Hi everyone, I'm here with Reuben who is this year's Jesus Week speaker and who is going to be joining us next year at Adelaide University Evangelical Students. Welcome Reuben. I thought I'd get you to tell us a little bit about yourself so that people can get to know you a bit.
So I'm married to Jody. Jody and I both grew up in South Australia. We've lived there all of our lives except for the last 4 years when we've been over here in Sydney at Bible College. During our time in Sydney, we picked up a little dog, so Oscar's part of our family as well, a little white fluffy dog. He's quite nice, Jeff hates him.
For obvious reason.
Yeah.
Okay, Reuben, tell us a little bit about how you became a Christian.
Sure. So my parents taught me the faith when I was very young. They brought my sister and brothers up to know Jesus from when we were very young. But the real point at which I made a real deliberate turn to the Christian faith was early on in my time at uni, actually, and that was quite tied up with being a part of ES. That was the kind of point at which made some changes in my life. Made a kind of concerted and deliberate turn to Jesus.
Okay. Alright, so that brings us to university. Once upon a time you studied engineering and law, and along the way got involved in ES. I thought I'd get you to tell us how you came to be involved in ES and why you kept coming.
Sure. So my dad studied at Adelaide Uni many years before me and had spoken highly of the Christian group. He enjoyed his time there, and so that initially gave me some confidence to check it out. I saw the posters and the banners. The advertising works, and so I came along and there were two things that really were very attractive to me. The Bible was being taught in a way that I hadn't heard up until that point. It was very exciting to me. And the other thing was that the group was just very welcoming of me. They were a great bunch back then, still are, and those two things I think meant that I was excited to be part of the group. The reason that I kept coming, the reason why I stayed involved was that it grew me as a Christian, and it gave me the kind of things that I needed as a young Christian to work out things in life and to grow in the faith. And this is great, and it was giving me the ability to speak to other people about Jesus as well. It was equipping me as a Christian. Yeah.
Okay, so you're in for 6 years, got involved in lots of ways at ES, led a Bible study group for a number of years, commencement camp team leader, O-Week team leader, you were president for a couple of years. After you finished uni, you came into the Ministry Apprenticeship program with us at City West, actually, at the ES group there, and then the last 4 years here studying theology in Sydney at Moore College. You and Jody are about to come home, and in a sense, you could choose to do anything, but you've chosen under God this particular ministry for the years ahead. I was wondering if you could just tell us a little bit about why and what you're excited about in terms of coming back to ES.
Yeah, well, as you no doubt have picked up, ES was really significant for me. I know it probably has been for a number of you watching this as well, and so a lot of my excitement in being a part of this ministry, or this kind of ministry, is the hope that under God's sovereignty, that I might be a part of that kind of experience, other people having that kind of experience. So I hope that others, as I minister, might be able to enjoy those same kind of things and grow as Christians. And that's the kind of thing that excites me when I look to the future and the possibilities that God might bring about.
Okay. As I mentioned before, Reuben was our Jesus Week speaker. Lots of the students afterwards were really excited and encouraged about him and Jody coming back and joining the group. In the next couple of months, you're going to pack everything up, ship everything back, including that lovely dog of yours. How can we be praying for you and Jody over these coming months?
The things we would love you to pray for us about are the move, things around that. We've got to drive back, so things like safety and so forth. Restarting friendships. A number of you watching this, we will have had a relationship with you in the past, and we're looking forward to the possibility that some of those friendships we might be able to restart, and pray that God would help us to form new friendships quickly as well. Jodie's got to find a job. That's up in the air. She's a radiographer, and so pray for that if you would. And for church, things like that. We've got to find a church as well, and that it would be a good start to the year with ministry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you who are such faithful supporters, particularly those who pray for our ministry, and I know that you'll want to pray for Reuben and Jody, and we'll make sure we keep you informed over the coming months as to how you can do so. Thank you also for your generosity financially. Obviously, this ministry operates only because of the generosity of God's people, particularly in Adelaide, and we'll be in touch over the coming weeks to let you know how you can either start supporting or perhaps increase your support. Obviously, there are financial implications to having Reuben and Jody join us on the team, but I'm sure you'll agree and have a sense that this is a good thing to do for the sake of the gospel being proclaimed, not just in Adelaide, but hopefully to the ends of the earth. Reuben, I thought we'd finish with a slightly different question, slight change of gear. I understand you have a number of quirky hobbies. Maybe you could just share a few of those so we get to know a bit more about the man.
Yeah, they are slightly quirky, I suppose. Alongside my love of study, I do like to have just some random projects, and so over my time at college here I picked up two. Sourdough baking. I've gotten into sourdough baking. Sourdough baking involves catching some yeast from the air and growing it in a jar and using that to bake bread, which sounds disgusting but tastes delicious, and so that's been fun. And just recently my next door neighbour and I decided we should do something to keep fit. It's a fairly sedentary lifestyle. Been at Bible college, and so we thought, what better way to get fit than to take up bodybuilding? So we've been ingesting huge amounts of protein and lifting heavy weights and that kind of thing. So.
Okay, you can ask Reuben more about that when you see him next year.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.